Now, let's continue to look at further examples of probability question. Let's start with this one first. Now, over here, one advice that I will suggest you all to do for probability question is when you see all this word problem, right? Try to underline all the keywords and then you draw out. You know, sometimes when you draw out in probability question, it can help you to visualize the whole question properly. Okay? So I'm gonna take down all this information and I'm gonna craft a simple diagram so you can see what's going on over here. Alright? So let's look at this question. So you roll 2 dice. So that's saying that you have 2 dice in your hands, okay? And you find the total. The probability of the total 2 is this probability. Okay? What does this sentence mean? When you roll the dice, okay, you will get a certain number. So when you get a total of 2, you will get this probability. So I'm going to draw this out over here. So you have 2 dice over here. So for me to get a total of 2, my outcome here must be my first dice must be 1. My second dice also must be 1. So first dice I get 1, second dice I get 1. That is the only way I can get my total, which is 2. And it's represented by the probability of 0.028. So that's what I meant. Okay? So let's look at the next line. Alright, so we solved the first line. Let's do the next line. The probability of the total is 3. Okay, it's this probability over here. Okay, so I have a combination of 2, this probability, 3, this probability. So how does my dice look like if I were to get this? So it's gonna get my first row, maybe I will get 1, and the second row, I will get 2. Alright, or it can be the other way around. I can get 2 first, then get 1. Right? But the arrangement does not matter here. The important is the total of these 2 rows, my first and second row, I will get a 3. Okay? And my probability of getting a 3 is this one, 0.056. Okay, let's stay with that first. Okay? Then I ask, work out the probability that the total is 2 or 3. Alright? Work out the probability. Now, again, when we see the keyword or over here in the probability, it means addition. Alright, you can add the probability. So how I will solve this? Probability 2 or 3. I can rewrite this as probability I will get a 2. The probability of the total is 2 plus. How do I know plus? Because of this word or. The probability the total is 3. So I will just add the 2 probability up. So I have my probability already, which is 0.028. Okay, and I add with 0.056. Okay. Alright. So I am going to add up the probability, and I'm going to get 0.0884. Okay, so I'm going to get the probability of 0.084 lah. Okay. Okay. Yep. All right. So that's my answer over here. So the next one over here, okay, we are done for this. Next one, B. What is the probability that I will get more than 3? Now, what does this more than 3 look like? All right. Now, what does this more than 3 look like? Now, take a look over here. Okay. To answer this, I'm gonna rewrite this over here first. So give me some time. Okay. Now that's my solution for A. Now B over here. Now what is the probability of me getting more than 3? Means the total is more than 3. So how do I do that? Alright. Now, this one you have to think logically, but in this table again. So more than 3 is definitely going to be in this area, right? In this area over here. This area is going to be more than 3. Okay? Which is my total is going to be 4 onwards all the way until 12. Why 12? Because I'm talking about 2 dices. The maximum number of each dice can make is 6. The maximum number of these dice can make is 6. So the total is 12 over here. Okay? So what am I interested in? I am interested to know what is this probability over here. This probability is I will get more than 3. Okay? So that is what I'm interested in. But how do I find this probability over here? Now we're going to use back our concept of understanding of what is a maximum probability. Now when I have all the events listed down over here, alright, from a total of 2, this is the minimum that I can get. The maximum is 12, correct? Because the maximum, my dice will look like this. This is the biggest outcome that I can get. Right? This is the biggest outcome that I can get. So I'm interested to know what is this probability over here. Okay? But we already understand from maximum probability. When you add up all the event in a probability, when you add up all the event in a probability, you are going to get 1. Alright? So what am I telling you is, if you take this probability, you add with this probability, and then you add with this probability, that will give you a total of 1. So I'm going to write this down into an equation form now. So I'm going to write this down into an equation form. So for question B, so I'm going to say the probability the total is 2 plus the probability the total is 3 plus the probability that it's more than 3, that is going to give me equals to 1, right? So I'm going to fill this up because I know all these numbers. So that is going to be 0.028 plus 0.056 plus my unknown here. This is my unknown because I'm interested to know what is this. Is equals to 1. So you are just going to solve this, all right? You are just going to solve this like any other regular algebra question. So P, which is more than 3, is going to equals to 1. I minus this off. Well, we already calculate what's the total over here. So that is going to be 0.084. And then all you need is to subtract that and you will get your final answer. Okay? So that is how we do for this question over here. Alright, and when you subtract over here, 1 minus 0.084, you should get 0.916. So that's the probability over here, huh? Okay, so that's how we do this question.